Welcome. Hope everyone had a great weekend. We have a lot of information to go through. Big update last week. All right, so big week last week, guys. Let's go through it. We've seen a lot of good price action in equities. Okay, good price action in equities. Dow was up 564 points up on Friday. S&P was up. Nasdaq was up 266, and the Russell was also up. All right. The good news is that we have buyers. All right. So we have good, healthy candles that came in last week on the S&P. All right. A lot of good price action here. We've been talking about breaking through that previous support, which is resistance, right? So we got through that. Green candles. Absolutely, that's good news. We need a buy signal. All right, so we need buy signal, guys, on the S&P. If we get a buy signal, that should come in right around this area here. All right, so right in here, we should get a buy signal. All right, so just be aware of that. So we're waiting for a buy signal on the S&P on the daily time frame there. Same for the NASDAQ, all right? For the NASDAQ, we're waiting for a buy signal here, all right? So recovered previous support becomes resistance, broke through that resistance here, green candles, again, just like here, buy signal, previous buy signal was here. We're hoping to get a buy signal somewhere in this area here. This week. Hopefully we don't get a high buy signal, all right? So hopefully it comes in right about here. Nice gap up, all right? Held the market pretty nicely. So we have a nice V-shaped recovery, all right? So we're going to bring that in here. Now that we've gotten past that resistance. All right, so let's bring in our lines. All right, so here's our markdown here, and we have our nice V-shaped recovery here. Green candles. All right, green candles here, and we are moving higher. All right, great price action. Resistance is here. All right, so we have resistance right here, or the high. All right, or the high on the NASDAQ, okay? Very promising price action. And this market is really starting to look healthy, all right? Anything can happen. You guys know that. We can certainly get sellers to come back in and push the price lower. But for right now, buyers are coming back in. All right, we do need buy signals to call a confirm buy in the markets. All right, so here is resistance here on the S&P. That's your all-time high right here. And then here is your V-shaped recovery. As you guys know, we've been sending alerts out for over a week now in equities. We had a lot of alerts over the weekend. Well, on Friday that we send out over the weekend, okay? All right, so if you're trading with us, Stock Boss or Bull Master, really pay attention to those systems. All right, we'll go over those alerts this evening. All right, markdown phase, red candle, broke resistance here. Green candles are coming in. We're waiting for a buy signal there. Okay, that's on the S&P. And again, we have resistance above there near the all-time highs. All right, same thing for the Dow. VIX came down nicely at 24. We need the VIX to get below 20. The Dow here. Here's your markdown phase. And again, your V-shaped recovery right here. All right, green candle, our target is here. Again, that's all-time highs, okay? And we're moving up fairly fast, guys, up through that trend line, okay? Same with the Russell, the IWM. Let's take a look. All right, so your IWM, here is your all-time highs up here. That's very high up there. Long way from that. All right. All right. Here is your V here. What we don't want to have happen, guys, is sellers come in heavy this week and continue moving lower. If that happens, we'll modify things a bit. All right, but right now, just follow. We're just following that price action upwards. All right, we do have data coming out. We have data coming out this week. All right, so we do have data coming out this week. So just be aware of that. Okay, be aware of that. All right, data is coming out this week. All right, so Russell right here moving up nicely, green candles. The Dow green candles moving up nicely. S&P and the NASDAQ. The VIX, guys, is at 22. 20 is right here. We need to break through this line here and move lower. All right, most of the sectors are up right now. All right, so most of the sectors are up. Indexes are up. See here, indexes are up, including some new ups here. Most of the sectors are up except for two. Remember, right? A few weeks ago, guys, these were all red. Now they're turning blue, right? Institutions are coming in. All right. All right, futures, Dow futures currently down, right? Slightly down, not a big deal right now, okay? But they are down. Dollar is holding right here. Quick look at the indexes here. I mean, the sectors here. Quick look here. A bit of a pullback in gold. Silver pulling back. Looking for a buy signal. They are moving higher. No buy signals yet, though, on these sectors. But they are coming out of that support level. And some of these are creating that V-shaped recovery also. Okay. All right. But no buy signal yet on the sector. VIX. All right. You guys see here VIX on the monthly time frame. Big pullback from last month. And just holding right here. That's the current month. We needed to do something like this, right? So we need that volatility, VIX volatility to plunge down. We need red candles like here, right? So after these white candles here, we need red candles. So I break through here, that $20 mark, right? And come on down. And we need low volatility, low VIX, okay? So we need that VIX number to get into the teens. Low teens, 14, 13 would be ideal, or even lower. The Mag 7 stocks, let's take a quick look. Magnificent 7 stocks. Meta, Facebook, nice price action here, guys. Okay, so mark down, mark up. Again, same type of V-shaped recovery here. Tesla, all right, need a buy signal here on Tesla, holding firm right here. NVIDIA, all right, looking to break through that resistance here. Very choppy with NVIDIA. Microsoft has a buy signal gapped up here. All right, on Thursday. Was that Thursday? Yeah. Wednesday gapped. No, Thursday. I'm sorry. Thursday gapped up and held on Friday. Very promising. The high is right here, which is what's that? Right at 556 or so, right about there. Good move going there. Google right here. Let's take a look here. We're just waiting for a buy signal. We got green candles here. Again, same type of price action. So we could certainly do something like this. Still need to be careful, guys. All right, sellers can certainly come in heavy and move that price action lower. Okay, so not totally safe yet, but it's definitely improving. Okay. And the VIX coming down, that's really good. And we've seen a lot of institutional buying, right, in the sectors. We'll go through those. Okay. Google, Amazon. All right. Same thing here. Markdown, buy, no buy signal yet. We need some green candles to break through here. Apple, right? Apple is just holding right here. That looked like it gapped down. Did that gap down? You gap down on Friday, but holding firm right here. Okay. Big picture, Dow, big picture, guys. Let's move this now since we've gotten past that resistance. Green candles here. We need a buy signal and keep moving higher on the Dow daily time frame right here. Dow weekly time frame, guys, got a nice bounce, okay, off that trend line. All right, beautiful bounce. Let's do this so you guys can see this here. So we got a nice bounce off that trend line there. Another bounce off that trend line right here. All right, these visuals will help. Bounce off that trend line here. And then here we are here, current. We got a nice bounce off that trend line here. All right, with a white candle here, right? And so we need to get above that resistance here, recapture that moving average right here, green moving average, get a green candle, and then start testing the highs here on the weekly time frame. So just an amazing recovery. An amazing recovery, guys, for the market. Okay, amazing, amazing, amazing. Okay, usually when the markets collapse like this, sellers coming heavy on the weekly time frame, we get more selling than this. All right, now this was quite a bit of selling, but boy, it came right back to that trend line. Just amazing strength in this market. All right, Dow monthly time frame, again, big recovery there. S&P on the daily time frame, same thing here, guys. Here is your selling. Here is the recovery. Green candles here. We get a buy signal somewhere in here, right? Let's say we get a buy signal somewhere in here. We could get a bit of a pullback. We'll see before we get a buy signal. All right, all-time highs is up here. Look how much closer we're getting to that all-time highs up here, okay? All right, S&P weekly time frame, another nice recovery, okay? Let's do this here on the weekly time frame. Right, that weekly we want to pay attention to because that's really big picture, okay? Big picture, right? That's where we find those big trends. So we want to pay attention to what's going on there. Come on. All right, so here, and we are bouncing off the trend line. Just makes it easier to see when we do this. And then right here. So we bounce right up that trend line. There's no accident. Traders are watching these levels here. Okay. Bounce up that trend line right here. Nice upward trend line. Right. So in the markup phase, white candle here. And look how close we are, guys, to the all-time highs. Look how close we are. Just like that. Just like that. We're back in play. Okay. So white candle here, we recapture. All right. We recapture that moving average right here. All right, right about up here. We got a green candle. This is how close we are to the all-time high. So the market's no longer in trouble. Okay, that's on the weekly time frame. Monthly time frame, big recovery here. Green candles here. All right, so don't let anyone tell you the market is crashing right now. It is definitely not. It was right. It was correcting. No longer right now. Okay. Same thing here on the daily time frame. Green candles are coming in here. We need buy signal. Previous buy signal came in right here. So right along here. So we're anticipating a buy signal soon on the NASDAQ. And on the weekly time frame, same thing here. Nice recovery. All right. Of the trend line right here. All right. And here. And here. So visually we can see that it's bouncing, okay? And right here. All right, so nice bounce of that trend line. We've got a nice channel going here. All right, nice channel going here. And white candle here. Again, this is how close we are to the all-time highs, okay? Now, we do have seasonality sell in May and go away, right? But guess what? The price action comes first, all right? So our technical analysis, price action comes first. If it fails, then we'll change our mind, all right, based on the price action, okay? All right, so white candle here. We need to recover that moving average here. We have some resistance right here at 18,791. Right, we recover that, get some green candles, start testing resistance there. NASDAQ on the monthly, nice recovery there. Same thing on the Russell, on the daily time frame right here. All right, green candles are coming in. Again, we need a buy signal. That buy signal might come in right about here. Weekly time frame, same recovery here. All right, nice recovery here on the Russell. On the weekly time frame here. All right, so right here. Right here. And we'll be paying close attention to the weekly. All right, what we do not want is for the price to come back down and retest these trend lines. All right, we don't want that. All right, right here, no white candles yet, so we got some ways to go. Resistance is right here, and you guys know Russell's been choppy, okay, but good recovery. On the monthly time frame, good recovery here. Bitcoin has a buy signal. You guys know that, right? Bitcoin daily time frame, we've got a buy signal here. We're moving up nicely here. A bit of a pullback, but all green candles still holding there. Gold is retracing a bit. All right. As the equity markets move higher, we've noticed that gold is moving a bit lower. No major concern yet. This is just a pullback. No white candles, no red candles here. Silver is having a more difficult time moving higher here. All right, so white candle here on silver, and it's pulling back from the high here. Very choppy trading with silver, so be careful. Crude oil at 56, not good. This is absolutely not good. Okay, so crude oil found some support, further support right here. All right, right here at 56. We'll keep an eye on that. Okay, we need it to stay above 60. All right, stay above 60 here. All right, so it is breaking down. Be aware of that. That is recessionary, but keep an eye on it there. Bonds also breaking down here. right? I don't know what to say about bonds. It's all over the place. Look at that. What a mess. Complete mess there. Dollar, we talked about the dollar trading at 99, broke $100. And then pound yen, let's see, pound yen right here, moving up, slowly moving up. Okay? All righty. Let's take a look at current positions. Current positions in Monster Scalper. We have a lot of positions in equities, guys. In particular, Bull Master. Let's see what we've got in going in Forex. Monster Scalper on the 60-minute time frame. We've got one trade. There was a decent trade in the yen pairs though, which we missed. New Zealand CAD buy signal, guys. Red candle here. All right. I'm trying to find out when I think we call it after that red candle here. So we'll hold on to that. So it's still holding. New Zealand CAD buy signal here. Green candles. And just bring in your lines here. All right, that's the only trade we've got on the 60-minute time frame long. All right, no shorts on either the 240 or the 60-minute time frame. We've got some longs on the 240. Let's go through those. All right, Aussie yen. All right, Aussie yen. Hold on. All right, this is the daily time frame. We need the 240. Look at that price action, guys, on equities as of Friday. Amazing price action. All right, 240. Long positions. So yen pairs and Aussie pairs. Yen pairs and Aussie pairs. Long. We are seeing increased volatility. So we're starting to have better volatility, even on the 60-minute time frame. Okay. For Forex. All right. So Aussie yen, guys, buy signal here. Aussie yen buy signal here, moving up nicely. Keep an eye on this purple support and resistance here. Okay. So we might be getting overbought here a bit. We have resistance here, but definitely keep an eye on it. Resistance is right about here. Buy signal here, moving up nicely there. All right, CAD yen. All right, buy signal here, pull back a bit. A lot of resistance here. So it's pulled back. No white candles yet, but keep an eye on it, okay? We've got a lot of resistance right up here. So right here, all through here, buy signal here, it's pulled back here a bit, okay? CAD yen. Swiss yen. All right, buy signal here. We are breaking out. It's holding. We need to get past resistance here. All right, Forex is still choppy though, okay? It's still choppy. Euro yen, buy signal here. Pull back a bit. We need to break through resistance there. Keep an eye on it. Pound yen. All right, buy signal here. All right, reached its target here. Pull back a bit. Purple support and resistance. Keep an eye on it there, okay? HKD JPY. All right, reaccumulation, buy signal here on the break of this resistance. Buy signal here. Still holding for now. Target, if we can make it, all the way up here. All right, first target right here. Okay, near-term resistance right here. NZD JPY, buy signal here. We need to break through that resistance. So guys, we have some tough resistance above. All right, so just be aware of that. All right, so we have tough resistance above here. If we can break through, that would be great. Could see a nice big push ahead of this resistance, but it's got to get past your resistance up here. Okay. Dollar yen. All right. Dollar yen buy signal here. Same thing here. All right. Buy signal here moving up. We have resistance here. This difficult trading, guys. Not easy trading in forex. Okay. All right. We know that. We've been talking about that. Okay. ZAR yen. All right, buy signal here. This one is doing fairly well here. All right, got past that purple support and resistance. Green candles. Target is here. Some new trade. Aussie CAD. Markdown. Accumulation. Reaccumulation trade here. All right, buy signal here. Needs to move higher. Same for Aussie Swiss. All right, Aussie Swiss right here. And then Aussie dollar. All right, right here. Buy signal here, moving up. We could move that resistance line here. All right, so still struggling a bit. All right, so Forex is still struggling a bit. We do have better volatility, but still struggling a bit there. Okay. Equities, Stock Boss and Bull Master. We've got quite a few stocks in Stock Boss, and in particular Bull Master. All right, so let's run Stock Boss. I want to show you guys. We have a lot of lots of stocks here in Stock Boss. Heat seeker for Stock Boss. I'm gonna run it here. And we've got 141. All right, guys, that's a lot. The last time we had that high was in the Christmas rally. I don't even think we got up to 141. Probably 115, 1010. But 141, that's a lot of buying, especially for small caps in Stock Boss. Okay, so lots of opportunities here. So with Stock Boss, traders really pay attention. Healthcare. Lots of healthcare stocks in Heat Seeker for Stock Boss. Lots of technology stocks. Okay, so 1, 2, right? Healthcare, technology. Lots of opportunities there. Okay. Bull Master, same thing. All right, so in Bull Master, large caps, mega cap stocks. I'm gonna run it now. These alerts are gonna disappear, right? So because we already got those. All right, 318, guys. So 141 and 318 in Bull Master. I can't remember the last time we had that many stocks in Bull Master. And keep in mind, we don't even have buy signals yet. We do not have a buy signal yet. Not a single buy signal in any of the indexes. We got green candles, no buy signal, and they're buying already. All right. The reason is we had a correction. Right? A deep correction, 25, 30% correction, and they're jumping in. So they're buying that low, right? They're buying that low. So we'll see if it lasts, but amazing opportunity. So our Stock Boss traders, Bull Master traders, if you're using, right, if you have those systems with us, right, you really want to, it's your call, it's your choice. We don't tell you what to do, but things are moving, all right? So clean your systems up and get trading. All right, so Bull Master, lots of opportunities there. 318 symbols in here. Stock Boss, 141, lots of opportunities there. Okay, let's take a look at current positions. All right, current positions. We will not be going over alerts. All right, moving forward, we will. It's just too many symbols. Right, we'll go through those when the market closes, offline, and send those out. We did a lot of those over the weekend. All right, takes a lot of time to go through these. So to try to go through 318, 100, and it's just it'll take us all night. Okay, so we'll go through those offline, but we will post them here for you guys. Okay, all right. So Stock Boss, let's take a look. So current positions, current trades in Stock Boss. All right, we'll go through this quickly. What we're looking for the trades to hold, okay? So we need green candles. If we get white candles, we'll still hold them because we're bullish. So white candles will hold. Red candles will close the trade. All right. So red candle, white arrow like right here, which is our sell signal, will get out. Okay. So good example here. Red candle will call a sell signal. White arrow call a sell signal. Green candles will keep. All right, white candles will continue to hold. Okay, so ACHR, that's holding, got a buy signal there. Same thing here, GLDD, all right, POW holding here. We're holding this one here. ADPT holding. AMLX holding here. Bullmaster, recommend Bullmaster over 500 plus. I don't understand. Your 500 plus, what's that? 500 plus. Just clarify that for me, please. 500 plus. All right. But I do recommend Bullmaster, especially now with large caps moving. ASPI holding firm. BCRX holding firm. CMPTS, what's that? I'm moving fast here. CMPS holding firm. Now, you guys notice we don't have a lot. We've scanning a lot in Heatseeker for Stock Boss. All right, 100, we said, 141, that's a lot, but we don't have a lot of trades yet, okay? So small caps will take a little bit to get going, so we don't have buy, they're setting up nicely, we don't have a lot of buy signals yet, all right? But they're coming out of the markdown phase, all right? We don't have a lot of buy signals yet, so they're still setting up. And a lot of these on the weekly time frame, they're still red candles. Okay, so we just need them to set up a bit. It's still early, but they're coming if the market holds. Okay, so all green candles here. What we're looking for, green candles, right, all the way to the right. NRDY buy signal here, breaking resistance here. All right. All right, SGHC, good buy signal here, breaking resistance. That's reaccumulation trade. It looks very difficult here, but let's make sense of it here. All right, so all right, here's your markup phase, and we are breaking resistance with a pretty buy signal there, right? Yeah, so here we are, breaking resistance, buy signal here, breaking out nicely there, okay? All right. Do we have a weekly? Oh, no, we don't have that here. Okay. All right. So we're breaking out here. SGHC. AUR. Again, looks choppy here. It looks difficult, but we are breaking out. All right. So resistance is right about here. Buy signal here, and it's reaccumulation right here, and we're getting past all of that nonsense here. Okay, all right. EOSE, same thing here. So for our new traders, especially, even our experienced traders, bring in your lines, okay? All right. And we are breaking resistance here, all green candles here, okay? OLD, good setup here. All right, we have a lot more opportunities in Stock Boss, but they just need to give some buy signals and get going here. A little different from Bullmaster. These institutions are really getting into large caps heavy. All right, let's take a look. All right, so buy signal here, moving up nicely. our target there, first target there in stock boss. Okay, so although we are light here, and we're calling this light, right? For stock boss, we're seeing great, um, lots of symbols in heat seeker for stock boss. Okay, now bull master. Let's go through these. All right, we have a lot more here in bull master. Let's go through these. Now, you guys know these are large cap stocks. So these are stocks really out of the S&P, Nasdaq. All right, so we have basic materials, capital goods. All right, all the sectors, healthcare. All right, communication services, technology. Okay, so we are not specific to any particular sector. Based on how the price action is moving in the market, we'll look for trades in each and every one of these sectors. All right. So AEM, guys, buy signal here. White candles will hold that for now. All right. AU looks good. CMP, all green candles, looks good. Let's tighten up that price action there. All right. Breaking resistance right here. Markup phase right here. All right, so markup. Here's your correction. Buy signal came in here and fairly decent trading. It's choppy price action, but it's holding fairly well. Okay, breaking resistance here. Buy signal getting past sellers here. Okay, CRS. All right, all green candles, good here, good here. Green candles here, green candles here, green candles here. Nice markup there. All right. Green candles, buy signal there. Okay. All right, CAR. Keep an eye on the time. We've sent out buy signals on Monster Scalper already. We don't have a lot, so we will not send any of those out this evening. So we were busy this weekend sending out alerts. So markdown phase, buy signal, good price action here. Here's your first target here. Cost, CARR. All right, let's keep going here. Buy signal there. Good. 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 Look at that one there. Good. Yeah, definitely buying here. Good. All right. Good price action. Markdown. Accumulation. Buy signal. Moving up nicely there. STRL, same thing here. Same thing here. They're buying, guys. Look at the green candles all the way to your right there. Okay. Perfect buy signal here. If this market holds and we get buy signals, few weeks from now, a few months from now, these buy signals will be gone. All right. Don't chase them. Now is the time. And hopefully things hold. All right. Good buy signal here. Beautiful buy signal here. All right. I think we've called that. We've been in that a while now. What, a couple of days, huh? All right. So perfect buy signal here. We are breaking out. NFG. All right, buy signal here. Good buy signal here. Look at that. Good price action. We're breaking out. Even with this one, guys. Notice here. All right, very, very choppy, right? So it was really caught between. Here is your markup phase. Because a lot of times when we look at these trades here, it doesn't look like there's there's any opportunity. All right, so here is your trend line. All right, here is your trend line. Broke the trend line. That's all that correction, right? All that funny business. But here we are again. It's recaptured the trend line right in here, and here is resistance. I mean, look at that. All right, so here is your trend line. It's recapturing that trend line, and it's breaking resistance here. All right, this is where it failed a couple of times, but this time, based on how that price action is doing, based on how the market is doing, it could break through, okay? So very, very, and then if we bring in the support line, you guys can see we are in a range. It's range bound, and we are breaking out of that range. All right, so here it's range bound, caught between support and resistance, and we are now breaking out of that range, okay? But we're in the markup phase. Higher highs, higher lows, bottom of the chart here, high of the chart here, buyers are coming in, okay? So yes, doesn't look very, very nice there. Not a pretty chart, right? But buyers are coming in and breaking out there. All right, let's keep going there. All right, same thing here. Very funny chart here, but guess what? Mark down, breaking resistance, moving higher here, okay? All right, green candles here, good buy signal here, moving higher. Buy signal here, moving higher. Choppy there, but good. Breaking resistance there, right? Breaking resistance there. And a lot of these stocks, guys, will just go with the market, right? Even if they're not perfect, even if the chart isn't absolutely perfect, they'll go with the market. Another one here, right? Breaking resistance here. And that's what we want, right? With Bullmaster and these large cap stocks, we want reaccumulation trades, okay? So bought here, sold here. Here we are, a second chance, a third chance actually here to break through that resistance and hopefully break out this time, okay? All right, high buy signal here, green candles here. Green candles, good price action, good price action, good price action. All right, good, good. Can't trade all of them, so find the best ones there for you. All right, we got 15 minutes there. All right, that looks good. Breaking out. All green candles is just what we need right now, okay? No white candles, no red candles. All green candles, that's good. Breaking out. Dash looks good, really good here. Let's see here. All right, so we'll go from here. This is your trend. Here's your markup phase here. Here we are breaking resistance. Right here. All right, here is your resistance right here. And buy signal moving higher here, okay? Higher highs, higher lows, okay? All righty. That's breaking out. Lots of stocks in Bullmaster. Yeah. All right, we'll see what happens this week. All right, DUOL, nice gap up, good price action there. FTDR, good price action, gapped up, big candles there, all green candles here, guys. That's what we want to see. Green candles there, they are buying. Look at that. All right, beautiful trade here. All right. Our option traders, good for calls too. If you trade options. All right, markup phase, and we've got nice break of resistance right here. See your lines right here. Buy signal here, breaking out nicely there. LRN. This week will be a good test to see if buyers are going to hold Okay. All right. So here's our trend line here. All right. Recovering. See here. Here is we hugging that trend line. That's our trend. Recovered. Right. Recovered the trend line here with the buy signal. And then we have the highs right here. Right here. Look at that. All right. Look at that. Right. So we'll take, guys, so a complete mess, right? We look at that chart without your lines, right? Once we frame it, boy, this makes so much sense, right? Doesn't that make a lot of good sense there? Very choppy, but we're breaking out here buy signal, all right? Purple support and resistance. Keep an eye on that. All right, where am I? All right. All right, here we are. Okay, so that's the one here. Okay, Netflix, good trade here, guys. With Netflix, look at Netflix. All right, good markup phase. Look at that, right? Here are your points here. Here is your trend line, and here is your resistance. Nice break, and we call that a little while back. All right, nice break of resistance, buy signal there, and look at these candles here. All right, buy signal came in at 1018, trading at 1156. It's expensive, but you can certainly do the fractional shares. Okay, fractional shares. That's Netflix there. RSI. Keep an eye on this one, guys. We'll hold it for now. White candles here. It's pulling back a bit. Right? Keep an eye on it. We need green candles there. All right, that's holding firm, moving higher. That's the type of price action we want. Great trading here. I'd like to show you guys what to look for. All right, so here's your trend line here. Good trading here. Boom, boom. Look at that. Good trading here. And here is your trend line. All right, so in Bull Master, we love these reaccumulation trades, which means the institutions are continuing to hold, okay? And we're breaking resistance here and never really collapsed with all of that correction, right? Never really collapsed, held. Buy signal here moving up again, okay? So no one should be shorting, guys. We should not be shorting. If you're shorting, you're on the wrong side of the market, okay? All right, another one here, SPOT, right? Buy signal here, we are breaking resistance. Good markup phase. All right, and we are still early. All right, again, we get buy signals. Buy signal here, we get buy signals. We could see this market really move. All right. Green candles, all we need here. Green candles, boom, look at that. You guys get the idea, right? Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Even with this type of price action, protect yourself, right? So use the systems. You get a buy signal. You can enter. You get a red candle. You got to close the trade. White arrow, close the trade, okay? So even with the market improving like this, please protect yourself. Defense first, okay? All right, RBLX, good price action here. Look at that. All right, good markdown phase. Look at the previous trade here, guys. And that buy signal here, almost identical to this buy signal here. So mark up, mark down, and we are going back up. All right, only thing is we don't know how far we'll go back up. All right, that's what makes this interesting, right? All right, here is your V, buy signal here, and we're moving higher. Target is somewhere up here. All right. All right, just a few more. Buy signal here. That's holding buy signal here. GL and G, keep an eye on it. We do have a green candle here, but it's pulled back a bit. Okay, so we need buyers to come on back in, and we need to break through that resistance here. This one in particular, if you get a white candle here, we might want to close it. Okay, all right, because it's finding a lot of resistance right here. All right, and that's a big pullback here. Support is here. So you might get a bounce of that support level here. All right, but if you get, it's still holding its buy signal. If it breaks through that support here, you could get a red candle, a white candle. Next support area is here. Okay, so the concern is, see, we got a lot of consolidation in here. We need it to hold, right? Hold up in this area here, like most of the others, and then break out. So it's closed right down here. Just keep an eye on it. No, not a major concern, but keep an eye on it there. All right, we want it to do something like this, guys. Okay, we want it to hold like this. NRG holding firm right here. Okay, so lots of trades in Bullmaster. So 318 in Heat Seeker, that's a lot. Okay, our US 30 traders, all right, we did call this trade here on the 60-minute time frame. Keep an eye on it, right? Currently, the futures are down, right? It keeps going back and forth, this candle here from white to green. Okay, so it's holding right here. Keep an eye on it, all right? And then NAS 100 right here. Buy signal here, green candle. Keep an eye on it also, okay? Because futures are down. Monster scalper. As far as volatility on the 60-minute time frame, we have more volatility. That's good. All right, so we're all the way down here. All right, we'd like to see that come all the way down here. It was. You see this gray here? That means that changed, but we would like to see more volatility come in, better than a few days ago, right? Last week, we had that volatility come all the way. We had consolidation came all the way up here, okay, which is not good, all right? That's on the 60-minute. On the 240, about the same amount of volatility there, okay? Yen pairs, we were long the yen pairs, still holding some long positions. All right, they've pulled back a bit, but don't have a favorite group right now to trade. I guess you could say the yen pairs. On the 240, Aussie. All right, Aussie pairs. All right, on the 240, but they're just holding here. Need to break through that resistance, so they're near resistance right here in most of these. All right. Aussie New Zealand is breaking out. Buy signal here, a fairly decent trade here. But most of these are sitting near resistance levels. Okay, so the Aussie dollar looking to break through resistance here. Aussie Swiss looking to break through resistance here. And then Aussie CAD, same thing. All right, looking to break through resistance here. They all have buy signals, but we need to break through. Okay. All right, guys, but hold on shorts. So even with these euro pairs going lower here, we don't have any decent short signals, okay? And even on the pound pairs. So just be careful with those, okay? The yen pairs should move with as the equity markets move higher, but they've been difficult. Okay, so just be careful with those. Okay. All right, guys. So equities. So our stock boss traders, we had a beautiful run in the Christmas rally, fourth quarter, and I know things died up for a bit, right? With the correction, right? Which, we had days where we only had 10, 15, 20 stocks in Stock Boss and Bullmaster. Now we're in the hundreds, right? 141, 300, and so forth. So we want to get the systems ready. Okay, so if you put those your systems away, now is the time to get your systems going again. Okay, all right, guys, and I'll see everyone tomorrow. I believe we've got Anthony on cryptos tomorrow. All right, we'll send that out in the school community just as a reminder. Okay. Otherwise, you guys, if you need me, just get in touch with me on school, and I'll see you guys. Later. See you guys tomorrow evening, and I think that's it. That's it. Equities, guys. Equities. We need this, right? Not that the markets care, right? Markets don't care. But what we need this week is this, right? We need more green candles. We need buy signals, right? Especially on the S&P and on the NASDAQ. We need buy signals to come in. If we can get one or two buy signals, that would be great, right? The others will follow. And look here, right? We have all these sectors are up, right? All these sectors are up. We do need buy signals on the sectors, and we need that VIX to come down, okay? Now, we are happy the VIX, right, is off that 60. It's off 60, which is good. It is at 22, which is good, right? We're not complaining, but we need VIX. We need that VIX to come down into the teens, guys. If we can get down in around the 15, right? 15, 16, 14, right? 12, down in this area, that's asking a lot, okay? We could really see this market take off, okay? And I can tell you, these not only institutions, but retail traders, right? Retail traders like us are just ready, all right? Ready to jump in. And that's when we get in, right? We get in, we buy low, sell high, right? So this correction that we've had, great opportunities, guys. Great opportunity for traders to come back in. These institutions are coming in. We see that they're coming in, all right? And they're pushing that price action up. And it looks like we'll get that nice V-shape recovery, okay? That's what we're looking for. Looks like that's what's happening right now, okay? Hopefully it continues, all right? If sellers come in, we'll see, all right? We'll see in the price action, and those alerts will close, and then we'll move on, okay? All right, guys, I will